So here's a little bit about what I do for work. I work for an EMS company working on Mercedes Sprinters, and this is kind of a thorn in the side right here. That's my toolbox, and this is kind of what I deal with on a daily basis. This particular unit has what they call Black Death. The injectors are stuck in the head, and I'm waiting for a tool to get them out, but it's been down for about a month, pretty much waiting on tools. The carbon gets around the tips of the injectors and basically holds them in there like JB Weld. Have a lot of turbos going out on these. Main thing we usually run across on these Sprinters is AC problems. I'd say that's the number one thing that we deal with. And being it's an ambulance, we run into a lot of charging problems, so we go through a lot of alternators and batteries. This is my toolbox here. Matco, triple bank, Ghost Rider edition. Probably this would be my first real box, I'd call it, that I bought. I was working at a camper shop installing campers when I seen it, and cost right at $10,500. Probably the most expensive tool purchase I've ever done, and it's held up for the most part, but I prefer my Snap-on box triple bank that's at home to this. I bring this to work because I don't want to beat up my Snap-on box. I have basically your normal assortment of tools. Mostly everything that I have is Snap-on, just by preference. I do have some Harbor Freight. There are some things Harbor Freight that you can't beat, especially for the price. I was a diesel mechanic before I started messing with these Sprinters. I was also a Snap-on tool dealer. So yeah, and most people think that I have so much Snap-on because I was a Snap-on tool dealer. Sad fact is, most of this, pretty much all of it, was collected before I even worked for Snap-on. When I went to Snap-on, start work for them, I had a $20,000 bill going in the door. I worked for them for about 10 years. And then I started working for Apple for a little while as tech support, something I really wanted to do. And it just, for the time being, it worked. But in the end, believe it or not, our internet at home was so horrible that I couldn't stay online long enough to do the job properly. From there, I left and figured I'd give my try at working on case tractors, something I'd never done before. I worked there for about 2 years, right before the whole COVID deal came out. And right before it came out, they laid off a few employees, including me. And I had knew the owner of this company because he was one of my customers at Snap-on. So he needed a mechanic and I needed a job. And it worked out pretty well. Decent guy, I mean, easy going, and I pretty much do what I do. And as long as I get the job done, he's happy. I make my own hours, and if I want to leave, I leave. I want to stay, I stay. And just as long as everything's up and running. These are emergency vehicles, so they need to stay up. Right now, this is the only unit in our fleet that is down, which it happens every once in a while. We have extra units, we have new units, but yeah, it's a little bit of work, but it's fun to do, so to speak. I guess you'd call this my intro video into YouTube. I'm not one that really gets into it. I watch a lot of people on YouTube, and I've learned a lot from the people that I work with. As far as my son, he wanted to get into the whole car rebuilding thing, and so we jumped into it, and me being a mechanic was very helpful. Him not being a mechanic, still helpful, but it worked out. We got, currently right now we have 5 Copart cars, and I probably have about 14 vehicles total. I'd like to do some more videos and show you what we got and what we're working on, and figured this would be a good start to show you from what I do in a daily basis as to what we do outside of work. Hope y'all like the video. Kind of short. Like I said, it's my first one, and I plan on making many others. Right now we currently have auction cars, a Grand Marquis, 2 Lincolns, 350Z, and I think he just bought a police interceptor, and I think that's it as far as the auction cars go. As far as my personal fleet, I have a 2018 GMC Z92. My son has a 2017 Z71. My other son has a Hyundai Tiburon. I have a 1977 M880 Army mud truck. My son also has a 77 GMC Jimmy mud truck, which used to be his personal driver. And then he also has a 1987 Dodge Ram Charger, which was his first car that didn't last long. He blew the motor in it. I also have a unfindable project at the moment, a 67 Volkswagen Beetle. So there's a few things that I can definitely talk on, a few subjects I can talk on, and I hope y'all like the content, and hope y'all join the channel, subscribe, and hope y'all like what you see. I'll talk to you later. Bye.